How I got there, I got scammed first. No one was guiding me in terms of money. Funny thing, my first advisor back then never really put my money in my investments. She was using it.
Jay, we know you as a financial coach recently, but can you tell us more about your journey? How did you get there?
How I got there, I got scammed first.
You got scammed. All right.
That's
Now
the
we're
stu-
talking about someone legit.
That's the first start of my journey. That was 2015.
2015.
Before I even got scammed, I invested in so many stuff because in my younger years, in my 20s, I used to spend a lot on shoes,
Okay.
stuff, gadgets,
Jordans?
Jordans, yeah. And then when I came to Dubai 2015, I realized that I've seen so many expats or Filipinos mostly, because I was living with them in an apartment that is what, 2 or 3 bedroom, and it's like
Okay.
25 of us
Right.
sharing
Is
bed
it a partition?
spaces, partitions, yeah. And then I see them stressed with money, and I realize that I don't want to end up being like them.
Right.
They've been here for 5, 10, and some more than 10 years, and that was a cycle that they were into. And then I realized that it is really important to be in charge of our own finances.
Oh, okay.
Now, the problem with me is that I have this behavior of well, what's the term? It's like I don't have a midline. I always have the extremes.
Okay.
So if when I was a spender, when I was spending on shoes, I'd really research on it. I'd only go for the extreme heights of purchasing those stuff because I was buying the signature collection stuff, not the generic shoes, right?
Yeah.
Now I was overspending.
Okay. So that's the extreme. What do you mean by the midline?
The midline is like, okay, having the harmony between spending and saving. Because when I came to Dubai, I was oversaving.
Oversaving?
Oversaving, in a sense that,
Isn't that that sounds good to me?
yeah, but here's the thing. Here, I realized later on that you also have to spend on other important areas of your life, like your relationships, your health, your education, But because for me, what happened was everything was saved. Like even I was earning around maybe 3,500 to 3,700 at the time, and half of it already goes to rent.
Right.
And
right.
then
I can imagine.
I was also in debt for a while during the start of my career here, because I had to borrow money to exit.
Oh yes, yes.
You know, you have to exit and then go back, right?
You are
To
one
change
of us. Like you don't get the visa for working
it.
right away.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that. Oh,
Because I was in visit visa. But 2015, 16, that was the challenging times. Well, actually, not just 2015, 16, but for the succeeding years.
Right,
Because
right.
that same year was also the year when my father had his second open heart surgery,
Oh, okay.
and then he was never insured and doesn't have much savings. So my brothers and I had to borrow money and extend his life. And that was a time when I didn't know about the term emergency fund.
Right.
Because again, I was always at the extremes, right? So I was saving and investing everything. No one was guiding me in terms of money.
Right.
Everyone was trying to sell me stuff like insurance, savings programs, and then I realized that I had this very small income that I'm trying to save, or trying to what's the term? I'm trying to save for that,
To make it work for
to
you.
make it work for me and invest for the future. It's just that it wasn't really enough. When I ran my numbers, my financial independence number, it was a wake-up call.
But you were doing this during the time that you said you were living with other people in the apartment, seeing the problems, the challenges that you're not able. But at the same time, you're already exploring possible ways on how you can make the money work.
You know, it's funny. People would see me in our kitchen area looking at the stock market, and
Okay.
they would say,
Are you the one like you eat stock market for breakfast? You
No,
eat stocks for breakfast.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to put money there and trying to buy some blue chip stocks or Philippine stocks at the time. And people were teasing me like, hey, you might get so rich that it might exceed
Yes.
exceed what expectations of others. And I think that was a joke back then. Like, you might get so rich that
You might get so rich. It still sounds a good problem to me. But
yeah.
you were doing this by yourself, or you have
I was doing it by
mentor
I was doing it by myself.
yourself? Okay.
Or no, I was also relying on YouTube
Yeah,
back
true.
then. But I realized that it wasn't the right. I mean, the information was right.
Yeah.
It's just that it was not right at the time. I mean, for my season.
Right.
And then when I tried to look for the assistance of professionals,
Yeah.
I was sold by expensive financial products that ate almost half of my income already as well. Because I was sold these insurance plans with savings. And then the funny thing is I was also sold by another savings program. So those are two different products already.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing, my first advisor back then never really put my money in my investments. She was using it.
Okay. So sounds
then
like scam to me.
Yeah. And then I realized that it was when I referred some of my friends to her. She did the same thing. Like it wasn't paid immediately and all. So
Yeah.
what I learned from that
So
experience
you were
is
seeking for some guidance, and then apparently it didn't work.
it didn't work out.
Right.
So that's when I realized that. Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier that I was scammed, right? I think that was a turning point. Like I was really trying to catch up on my finances. That when someone offered me this investment, gold investment back then, said like, okay, your 3,000 dirhams turns into 15,000 in 3 months. And then my parents heard of it.
Good, right?
Sounds too good to be true. But I never really knew about investing, right? And you will see social proof on social media that someone was able to buy a house. And in the Philippines, they bought some, what was it? I think I can see tricycles and also cars that they've been buying because of that investment scheme.
Okay, I think
And
I know that.
you probably know that. You've heard of it.
Yes.
And then, what's the name? It's M Goldex.
M Goldex, yeah. I was trying not to say it, but yes, it's M Goldex. That was your
There's no shame.
So Jay, you said, these scams, right? You were scammed. You
Yeah.
saw the reality when you're living with other people in the
Yeah.
same apartment.
Yeah.
You had some health emergencies and you don't have emergency funds.
Yeah.
So far, 3 factors drove you, or they are the ones that drive you to what? To explore how it is really to
Yes.
become financially.
Yes,
tell me.
I told myself that I don't want to pass this burden to my future children.
Right.
That was my main driver. Like maybe because our past generation was never really informed about how to handle money really well. Talk about insurance, investments, all those stuff. So I just told myself that this is the generation that I mean for me that this has to stop. And the cycle has to stop for us, for our family, and I never have to pass this on to the next ones.
Based on what you have observed personally and your personal realizations as well, based on experience, what else do you see as do you see the same pattern with many expats here in Dubai or in the UAE that are still happening right now?
Yeah, it is, because money is behavioral. That's what I realized. They think it's math. You can solve it on a spreadsheet, but no. Money is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. That is a quote from Dave Ramsey when I was really trying to study about money. And
80% behavioral.
And 80% behavior and 20% math. The funny thing is when I was starting to offer my coaching services, most of my first few clients were accountants, auditors, finance managers, and I was asking them, well, of all people who wants coaching from me, why you?
Sounds to me like really great job titles, right?
Yeah.
And this actually leads me to a question, because I understand that many expats here, especially in the Filipino community, are within the higher ranks. Meaning to say they really have good jobs, right?
A lot,
But at the same time, reality will tell you that many are still struggling with regards to having a good financial life. Right?
True.
What are the key behaviors that you think contributes to that?
Well, the thing is, if you are in Dubai, you're exposed to the glamour, the glitz and glamour of the city, right?
Yeah.
And since you were not really fond of treating yourself with when we were in the Philippines, like in many cases, some Filipinos would have 3 or 4, some 10x more income that they've ever received. And again, since we're not skilled in handling that huge money, the only thing we know we know of what to do with it is to spend it, right?
But I don't think these factors that you mentioned are, I mean, the people are aware about this.
No,
because lifestyle inflation will
inflation is
tell
real,
you,
yeah.
you earn more, you get salary increase, or you get promoted, your lifestyle increases as well.
Yeah, true.
Right?
That is a common thing.
Yeah.
Lifestyle inflation is one of the trickiest thing in personal finances. There's this term called the Parkinson's law, wherein
Parkinson's law.
yeah, you consume the amount of time or money you that is given to you. So if you, let's say, you remember, if you have a task, right? Like, you know, you can finish it in 8 hours. Even if you can do it in 30 minutes, if you just focus on it, you'd still consume the entire 8 hours. Same with money. Like if you make 20 or 40,000 dirhams a month, you definitely find a way how you can consume all of those of your entire salary, like, for that month.
If that's what's on your hand, like,
Yeah.
what can I still buy with
Yes.
this money?
Exactly.
Okay.
Similar when I was when I had my first salary, like my mindset was, how am I going to spend all of this? It's like, I have so much money right now, I didn't know how to spend.
So to avoid the Parkinson's law, I think you don't have to have everything in your hand.
Yeah.
You have to know where to put your money.
Yeah. So the first thing there is there's this concept called paying yourself first. Like, once you get your money, you park it immediately for your savings and investments, depending on what your priorities are, right? So ideally, when you talk about financial planning, you want to start preparing for your unpredictable future events. Those are your risks, like losing your job, which is very common nowadays because of AI. Losing your job, getting sick. Also, because you want to make sure that you have at least 3 to 6 months of your emergency fund, right?
Yes.
Once that's done, you definitely buy your insurance as well. You buy the term life with critical illness. Okay, not financial advice, but it is just basic personal finance that I wish I've known earlier. Once risk is managed, then you can invest most of your money on your retirement education fund of your kids. Because the thing there is, when people reach out to me, all they talk about is investing. Always investing
right away. Like, they want to jump to investing.
Yeah, what's the hottest investment right now?
They see people talk about investing like it's the only way.
Yeah.
But you're right. Sometimes you have to clear out your debts first, right?
First,
before you
that
actually explore the other opportunity.
If you have debt, you need to check if it's a low interest debt. Low interest means, for me, it's below 4%.
Okay.
Because if it's below 4%, for example, I have a car loan for around 2.7%. So that you can beat that interest here in the UAE, at least with a high yield savings account, or even if you invest the money. So that is a manageable debt. But if you have a credit card debt, that's roughly around 3% per month, which is 36% per year. So it's hard to beat a 36% per year of interest. Yeah, there's a lot. That's why you want to tackle those debts first before you fully invest. But again, you also have to set aside money on risk management through maybe at least have a baby emergency fund of maybe a month, and then have your insurance covered. Because similar to a case of one of my recent clients, she has debts, but she doesn't have any savings. So I did suggest to cover the risk, because you don't know when risk is gonna happen. If you're paying down debt and then you got sick, then you might be forced to borrow money again to extend your life, definitely, right?
But Jay, see, for many expats here, especially those who are starting, they might not have the higher salary first, right?
Yeah, I think most of
how
us.
can they, let's say they don't have the debts and etc., but the expenses are really high.
Okay.
So how do you, what do you think they should do in order for them to still be able to save some for the emergency fund?
Okay, well, save at least 1 dirham, because it's not about the amount, it's about the habit that you're building.
Sometimes we overlook that. We treat that 1 dirham or 10 dirhams a day won't bring us far. But at the end of the day, if you count let's say after 1 year, you save 10 dirhams a day. That amounts to how many? 1,200 or something, right?
It compounds. Right. And by the way, when I was really earning that amount, I realized that education is so important like personal development.
Yes.
So I'd really allocate, I think, 50 dirhams on books.
Okay.
And I really forced myself to be in a career or in a job wherein I have 2 rest days.
2 rest days?
It is non-negotiable, because my first job was I only had 1 rest day every Saturday. So that's the only day I do my laundry, right?
Yes.
And then I'd rest. And then whenever I want to build my skills, let's say public speaking, attend financial literacy seminars, I couldn't because time constraints.
Yeah.
Now, what I realized is before you achieve financial independence, you need to find time to achieve, what was the term? Time independence, or at least have more time.
Yeah.
Because that time that you have right now is something that you'll be using to build skills that would allow you to make more money. So that is your investment at the time. When you have a small, when your income is small, it only means that your economic value, okay, I'm not saying your personal value, but your economic value is low, because probably your skill set can easily be done by other people.
Yeah.
Because law of supply and demand, if many people can do what you do, then your price in the market is low.
You're dispensable.
You're technically dispensable. Your best investment vehicle is yourself, your skill set, and your talent, and whatever you're good at.
Yeah, based on what you're saying, knowledge is power. But at the same time,
it has to be used.
Yeah, it's a cliche, I know. But still, it's very relevant. And at the end of the day, sometimes it all goes down to that.
Yeah.
You know, the lack of knowledge, the wisdom on how to handle money is the reason why many people are still falling or failing in their finances.
It has to be 2 ways. Like, you need to have, your professional skill set has to be really high so that you can make good money.
Yes.
While at the same time, your financial skill set has also to be high so you can manage that income.
Yeah.
Because like what we were discussing earlier, people might be already good at their job, they're paid really well, but management of the financial skill set is really low, so they blow up all their entire income. Well, I met some nannies here who's really good in managing their finances. They read books, they attend seminars, they invest in the Philippines. So they have decent savings. They don't have debt. It's just that while, it's good that the person saves and invests. It's just that her wealth building tool, which is her income, is really capped, maybe to 3,000, 4,000 dirhams.
Yes.
But I'm not saying being a nanny is bad, but at least if you still have more time, you're still young, find ways to develop skill set that would allow you to be paid more.
I like that. It's not really about your job title. Even if you are an executive in a company, but your money behavior sucks. Sorry. I mean, you will eventually not get there in the financial freedom. That nanny, for example, if she or he has some wiser decisions about money, then eventually at the end of this journey, she might be in a good or better standing financially.
I remember doing this talk, like, I had these 2 examples. One is the manager who makes 10,000 dirhams, and then there's this receptionist who makes 5,000 dirhams.
Right.
The manager saves maybe 500 a month.
Okay.
And then the receptionist saves around 2,000 a month. And then at the end of the day, when they invested, the receptionist still made more money in the end. Because it's not really about the money you make. That's what they usually say, right? It's not about the money you make, but how much you spend and how much you save and invest. Right?
I'm sure many of these things can be learned by way of reading books, as you said, YouTube videos, and coaching for sure.
Yeah.
But how will I know if I really need a coaching? Should I be in the position where I'm already full of debts, or even if my income is still strong or going well, but I don't know how to manage it? Should I start coaching already, seeking for a coach?
Well, even I still have my coaches right now. I still pay for coaching because I understand the importance of being guided by someone who's always better than you. I always seek coaching whenever I feel that I want to fast track a certain area of my life.
Yes.
Like probably in my coaching business, so I have my coach there. Even in financial planning, I also have my coach.
Right.
And whenever I feel stuck, and because usually nowadays information is free. A lot of the stuff that I know now are started from free books, free YouTube videos. But the only transformation happened when someone really guided me and helped me avoid the usual pitfalls on the kind of area that I want to involve.
Is it the accountability that it brings? When you have a coach, you're becoming more accountable because someone's really guiding you. Or not really guiding you, but intentionally telling you what to do in order for you to reach your goal.
Yeah, coaching is so important if you want to. Like what you said, the accountability part is so important. If you feel really stuck and you've been doing your best to move forward and it's really hard and you don't know what to do, or then at least you don't know what the next step is.
Yes.
Because a lot of people who go for coaching right now with me is, okay, they built certain assets, they earn good money now, and then everything is just scattered and they don't know if the money that they're making is enough to help them retire early.
Because even if you look at coaching in general, even professional singers, athletes, they're already good at what they do, but they always still have coaches.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's really a need for you to be, I would say, consistently consistent, if that's even a word, in what you do, to still to ensure that you are on track. Especially if you have a goal, it's important that some accountability is established in there.
Yeah, true. Like for me, you mentioned about they're already good, but I think in my mind, I always want to be the best in what I do. Because if I'm the best at what I do, then I can perform well and I can serve the people who needs help well, and at the same time, I can also provide for my family really well.
Can you give practical advice on how do you get started investing in yourself?
When I started investing in myself, it was really about being clear of what area in your life you really want to improve on. Like for me, it was really finances.
Right.
And then I said,
being clear. Okay.
Being clear, like this is because you'd experience painful experiences, definitely. And I think that was the people when they become aware of a problem, some don't act on it immediately. That's why they get stuck for the rest of their life.
Right.
But when I told myself that I've had enough of this situation,
even problems compound.
Yeah, problems true. That is a good thing that you said. Problems do compound.
Yeah.
And it affects other areas of your life as well. So for me, it was finances. And then I said, I've had enough. I can't rely on anybody else. I had to be my own best financial advisor or financial